Hello everyone, welcome to K-Pop Queen for your non-daily reactions to all things K-pop. Okay, in the spirit of Halloween, I decided to talk about the scariest drama I've ever watched in my life. And by scariest, I mean it's the drama I hate the most. It's called She's in a Trap. I hate this drama. I absolutely despise this drama. It's so fucking scary. Don't watch it. It's terrible. It's so bad. And I'm just saying this because I know I have talked about She's in a Trap before because I've watched like dramas with like actors that are in it, and I've always said I fucking hate She's in a Trap. I would never wish that on anyone. And some of you guys are like, I need to hear your opinions on it, so let me give you my opinions on why I absolutely hate this drama. Now listen, I've watched a lot of dramas, and there have been some that I literally will stop watching midway because I just can't stand them. And I like those dramas more than I liked She's in a Trap. Okay, let me just tell you this right now. Okay, this drama really pissed me off, and I think it's because it has all elements of things that I don't like in dramas, but then also the writing was really bad. Like, that's not even a question. It got really rushed at the end, and you can always tell when the writers are like, oh, we need to do something, what can we do? Also because of this was a live action, or like a real life, if you will, of a very popular webtoon, also called She's in a Trap. There were a lot of problems with this storyline because they did this when the webtoon wasn't even finished. The ending hadn't come out when they started doing this. So it was like they had to write their own ending, very similar with Game of Thrones, that situation. So it was like, it was just not, like, it was really a recipe for disaster, okay? Like, there is no way that you are going to be able to do this with an unfinished storyline. But that's what they did, and it's too late. It's already out here. So, and I watched it, and I hated it. And so let me tell you exactly why. Basically, this drama, it's like a college romance one. So you would think I'd be really into it because I love a school romance. You know what I mean? I'm always into that. Like, I like romance, but this is the characters themselves is what really pissed me off. That's kind of sad because the cast of this was so good. That's why I watched this drama in the first place. I saw every single person that they had cast, and I was like, oh my god, I want to watch this. It had Seo Kang-joon, Kim Ki-bum, Lee Sung-kyung, Nam Joo-hyuk, Kim Go-eun, Park Hae-jin, like all of these people that I like watched. I'm like, oh my god, like, this is gonna be fantastic. Why would I not want to watch this? But I watched this late. I'm not gonna lie to you. I watched this probably after it had finished airing, and I remember people tweeting, don't do it. Do not watch this. You will regret it. And I remember thinking, oh, I don't know. Maybe I won't. But I truly do. Let me just read you the first paragraph off of the wiki page. It says, the drama focuses on the life and relationships of a group of university students, particularly the difficult relationship between hardworking scholarship student Hong-seo Kim Go-eun and her deceptively kind senior Yoo-jung Park Hae-jin. And that's like a pretty accurate description. I mean, obviously there's more to it, but that's really what it is. It does focus on a bunch of university students, them literally just like trying to figure out life and romance, you know, making friends and stuff, and like sort of the complications that like literally come with living. You know what I mean? So I love Kim Go-eun. You guys know this. I will literally watch anything she is in. If I see her in something, I'm gonna watch it. I am such a huge fan of her work, so that's why I was really excited to watch this. But no, this wasn't really for me. And I think that's because her character Soul is like a really sweet, hardworking girl, but she like lets people walk all over her. Like, they trample all over her in this drama. And she also is very much someone that's like, I don't want any trouble. Like, I'll just walk away from this. Like, whatever, you don't like me, fine. Instead of standing up to people. And that is the characteristic I hate the most. I cannot stand it when the lead female is like meek. I can't do it. I guess because I myself am not a meek person, so whenever I see that, I'm like, girl, buck the fuck up. People are terrible. You need to fight them. You need to tell them off. Otherwise, they're gonna keep stepping on you. And they did. They kept stepping on her. So I was like, girl, they're like, people are so manipulative. You really need to like get a backbone, or, you know, like really stand up for yourself. So because she was like this, I couldn't do this. I'm thinking of another drama that I watched where the girl was like this, and I stopped halfway because I was like, I can't do this. I cannot do this. And I also cannot do it when the male lead is like just fucking insane, like just like really awful, just like mean, manipulative, like cold, but like warm towards her, but an asshole towards everyone else. I can't do that. And don't get me wrong, Don't even get me wrong. I like a cold character. Don't get me wrong. I like someone that's a little bit gruff, but then ends up like being a little awkward and trying to be nice to the girl, but like nice to everyone else. Like I like a full character change. I don't like a halfway character change or a one-way character change. Like I can't do that. I think that's really insane. It doesn't mix well with me. And that's how Park Hae-jin's character is, Yoo Jung. He is like beloved by everyone. Everybody loves him. They're like, Sunbae. Like they literally call him that because he's their senior or whatever. And they're like, he's so nice, he's so great. He's always helping people out, Like he's such a great guy. But no, he's just like actually not that great. He fucking sucks. He is manipulative. He actually has a problem. He is sociopathic or socio. He's a sociopath. He has those tendencies. Like he really is very manipulative and will torture people if they irritate him. I was like, what? Why would I ever root for y'all? In what reality would I ever root for a manipulative asshole to be with a really sweet but meek girl? I don't want to watch that. That is some shit. How do I know you're not manipulating her? How do I know you're not being an asshole towards her? And he was. He was being very mean to her. This is how the drama starts. She is like, she's like in school or whatever, and Yoo Jung is so awful towards her. He is like really, really mean. So she takes a whole year off of school to avoid him. Can you imagine? You put your life on hold because someone is like this? First of all, no. But then you put your life on hold because someone is like this. Like, why is this person so awful? So then she comes back to school after the year and, everyone's like, oh, great, you're back. Welcome. We're so happy or whatever. And then he is like suspiciously nice to her, like way too nice. He like pays attention to her a lot. He asks her out. He's always trying to hang out with her. And she's like, who the fuck are you? Like, you were awful to me. I know you're manipulative. And I know that you do awful things to people when they irritate you. What's going on? And of course, it becomes a romance where she's like, oh, he's such a nice guy. Like, he just, he goes through some things. He's going through things, but I can see his innocent side. I'm that girl for him. I see the true side of him. And I'm like, bitch, no, you don't. You really don't. So because it had two of the characteristics that I hate the most in people, in dramas, I was like, oh, this is a recipe for disaster. I'll never enjoy this. Like, I know I will never, ever enjoy this. But the things that I did enjoy about this drama, like I said, it's a really superb cast. So the side characters, in my opinion, did tend to outshine the lead characters, which is not a good sign, like at all. Like if I'm more invested in what everyone else is doing than what the leads are doing, you have a real problem. So Kang Joon's character, I was like, I really loved him. I thought he was so great. I had such bad second lead male syndrome with him because I was like, now this is a character that's like slowly changing, slowly developing. You know what I mean? Like there's potential for him at the end to become something different, even though that's not what happened. That is not what happened. Oh my God, we'll get into that. But yeah, I was just really invested in him. And then his twin sister in the drama as well, Lee Sun-kyung. She played his twin sister and her character was, oh my God, she was fucking insane, but she was brilliant. Brilliant. I remember watching her being like, oh my God, is she really like this? Like, I was so convinced by her acting, I couldn't look away. Like, she was really good. I mean, her character was very annoying, caused a lot of trouble, but she was good at it. That was her point. She was supposed to be the villain, you know what I mean? So, and she did that, and that is all I can ask for. Like I say, it's such a great cast, and they did great jobs on their characters. Amazing like acting, bring the characters to life. But because they would sometimes outshine the lead characters, it was just kind of like, well, what am I even watching? Like, am I watching them and their storylines, or am I here for the lead characters? Which leads me to say that the writing in this was really bad. It didn't make a lot of sense. And it was repetitive in the sense that like Sol and Yoo Jung would they'd be together, they'd be happy, then he would do something psycho. She'd be like, who the fuck are you? I don't know this about you. Like, I can't do this. And he'd be like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna change. And then she would just take him back. And then it would start over again. Oh, now they're in love. Oh, he does something weird. Oh, she's not happy. They fight. They break up. Oh, now they're back together. Like, it was a lot of repetition. And I was like, at what point do you say to yourself, this guy is no good for me? At what point in the story do you say, wow, I actually cannot stand him, and I don't like the way that he treats people, and I'm actually not going to stand for this? She doesn't. She doesn't do it once. Not once. Okay, all right. So there's that. So there wasn't really any time for them to grow. It was very stagnant storyline, growth in characters. I can't do this. If you're going to be the same as you were at the beginning of the drama, at the end of the drama, what's the point? There's no point. Like, we're telling a story. You got to tell a story. You got to show the change. And they really didn't do that for me with these characters. So I was like, I don't know about this. And then the most egregious thing of them all, the time jump. You guys know what I'm talking about. There is a time jump at the second to last episode. And then they go into the last episode. And when I tell you that I saw that time jump, I stopped watching the drama and I read the last episode. I was like, I'm not doing this. No. You have truly fucked with the wrong drama, bitch. I'm not doing it. Like I was saying, because it was so stagnant in character growth, by the end of the drama, Yoo Jung is still the same. He's still doing this shit. Like, he's still being manipulative. He's still being, like, really awful to people that irritate him, you know? Like, it's just, it doesn't work. So then they do a time jump into 3 years. And then Sol and Yoo Jung meet again, and he's like a whole new character. He's like a new person, pretty much. Like, he's the change that she wanted to see in him throughout the entire drama. And I was like, this is a cop-out. You cannot do this. You cannot write him to be awful the entire time, do a time jump, and then suddenly he's great. That's actually not how that works. No. You have time in a drama to develop a character. In fact, you have all the time in the world. That's why you got these 16 episodes. To develop the characters and tell a story. Isn't that the whole point? But you didn't do that. You had the time jump instead. When I'm telling you, I literally screamed 3 years. I hit pause and I read the rest of the episodes. I was like, I'm not doing this. You're not going to catch me slipping. No, thank you. Never. So yeah, I read the last episode because it really pissed me off. And it's really chaotic. Listen, I read some reviews to, like, remember what this was about, and it seemed like everybody really liked this drama, which I was like, why? I don't like that. It was my whole thing throughout this entire drama. I was like, why would I root for them? I will never root for them. I don't want them to see happiness. In fact, I want them to end, and I want her to grow a backbone, and I want her to be with someone else. I don't care who it is, just not this one. Okay, so because I couldn't root for the characters, because I couldn't get into the story, because the characters were everything I really hated in characters, it was a hard drama for me to watch, and I really do not recommend it if you have the similar opinions to me. Now, if you like watching sociopaths be nice to one really meek girl and be fucked up towards everyone else, then you'll love this. Yeah, this will be for you. But I really don't recommend this. There's also some other storylines that are going on that I feel like are just pulled on for too long. Like I said, it's so slow to develop that you really don't get anywhere with this drama. I don't think you guys will like it, honestly. It's not good writing. It's really not good writing. And if the story isn't done well, how can the actors act it out? I mean, I will say, I'm very impressed with what they did. They really did what they could with what they were given, which is very little. But again, we're watching this for the story. We need to be able to follow along and see what's happening. And I couldn't do that. I really hate this drama. I really, really fucking hate it. Don't watch this. I'm sorry. So that's Cheese in a Trap, the spookiest drama I've ever watched in my life. Tell me what you guys think about this. I seriously need to meet people who, first of all, watch this, and if they liked it. If you didn't like it as well, whatever, comment below. I really want to know your opinions on it, because I don't think I'll ever be able to change my mind about this. I really think I'm stuck on, like, the Cheese in a Trap, burn in hell train. Tell me what you guys think. You can comment below, you can tweet at me, and I'll be back with another video. Bye, guys.